You're listening to the World of Business and Taxes with Mike Lodge, keeping you informed. So let's get started.
And good morning and welcome to another podcast of the WBT. I'm Michael Lodge. I'm glad that you joined me this morning. This podcast is brought to you by Lodge & Company, a business advisory firm that is designed specifically for the small business and for the startup. If you have any questions, just send an email to mlodge@lodge-co.com and he will try and answer your questions. So today we're talking about something that's dear to my heart because I really love business. And I really love small businesses because they come in and they have this enthusiasm to get something done. So they sit down with me and they talk about things and we try to get them organized and then in the process of keeping them in compliance. Compliance is a big issue with every company. And so once we get them organized and we got their corporations or LLC set up and we got their accounting processes working and we're sitting down and meeting with management on the outcome, then we start the compliance issues. But today I'm talking about, I read this great article out of Entrepreneur, and it was written by an individual by the name of Jeffrey Hayzlett, and he wrote something that I want to share with you, and it's called The 10 Commandments of Doing Business. And I'm going to stop in some of these because they mean a lot to me, okay? Rule number 1. Thou shalt turn a profit. No matter what type of business you own, or if you're a mom and pop shop, a tech startup, or a home-based business, you must turn a profit. This seems like a given, but sometimes people are so immersed in pursuing their dreams that they forget they need money. And if you're not turning a profit, your job becomes a hobby. And so let me talk about that just a little bit. We have a lot of clients that come in and year after year, they have taken their corporations or their LLCs or their S-corps and consistently they've had a loss every single year. The IRS looks at that very differently. They don't look at it as a tax advantage to you to lose money. They look at this issue of losing money as not really operating a business. Because if you keep losing money year in and year out, it appears that you are not running a business. You're running a hobby. Hobbies don't make money. But businesses are supposed to make a profit. So you've got to suck it in, and you've got to look at your business, and you got to sit down with your accountant and say, what am I doing wrong that I'm losing money? Let's do this legally so that you don't get caught up into this, oh, my loss is a tax write-off, so it's okay for me. Let me tell you, the IRS doesn't look at it that way. They want you to make money, and they want your tax dollars. And if they keep seeing you operate at a loss year in and year out, you will be considered a hobby, and you'll lose all of it. Think a little bit about how you're running your business, okay? Rule number 2. Thou shalt know thy value. Customers need to fully understand the value of your product or services before they give you their business. You don't necessarily need a unique product to succeed, but what you have has to set you apart from the competition. That is the value you provide your customers. So, a lot of us don't really look at that. Now, I know what my value is as a tax guy and a business advisory guy because I'm the one that's always looking for value. I'm always looking for the value of what I can provide my customers to turn them around or to get them better at their business. But you need to know what your value is. What services are you adding or that you're providing that provides you with a source of income because people now know what you do and what your value is to them. You need to really think of that. It's really, really important. Rule number 3, he says, thou shalt invest in thy business. According to CB Insights, one of the reasons why businesses fail is cash flow problems. 29% of startups fail because of the cash crisis. As a result, business owners may be a little gun-shy about spending a lot of money on the latest software or gadget, but as the saying goes, if you're going to run with the big dogs, you've got to learn how to pee in the tall grass. Well, I don't know if I would have said it that way, but I'm telling you, invest in your business. If you need the technology to help you run it and make it more cost effective, invest in it. Don't be afraid to invest in your business, in the processes that are there to help you. So invest in your business. Rule number 4, thou shalt surround thyself with what's right. In business and in life, there's very little you achieve on your own. You have a whole team that's working for you. Now, some of us, not like myself, I started out on my own. So it was all up to me to do it. But I had people that came in, and then they referred people, and then they referred some more people, and pretty soon I had a firm. So you need to look and surround yourself with those kinds of people that will help you, and not the people that are going to ride your coat strings. Is it called coat strings? Not coat strings, is it? Coattails. That are riding your coattails and squeezing the money out of you, and you're not getting any benefit out of it. So surround yourself with good people. Rule number 5, thou shalt never stop learning. And I'm telling you, as a business owner myself, I always am trying to learn every single day. From 5 until about 6 a.m., I try to learn something new. And so I read the news. I try to read the business sections. I try to read what's coming up in technology. I try to learn as much as I possibly can. But the other thing that I do is I also try to teach. And that's why I'm doing these blogs and also the podcast, so that I have the ability to talk to you and teach you. No matter how old you are or how long you've been in business, you never stop learning. It's not just about reading books. It's about talking to people, sometimes even younger employees. I learn a lot from younger employees. It thrills me to hear what they're thinking about. And you also have to do the attending of the seminars and conferences and stepping out of your comfort zone. So always never stop learning. It's listen, I have a friend. He's in his 80s now. He's running a real estate company. He's running an insurance company, and he's running a mortgage company. And every single day he's learning to see what's new out there. And he's on Facebook. He's doing everything in his 80s. Never stop learning. Continue on. That's what keeps you young, by learning. Okay? Rule number 6, thou shalt execute. Every entrepreneur has great ideas up his or her sleeve. However, your idea will not go anywhere or won't matter one iota if you're afraid to pull the trigger. Idealism is what makes the American engine run, but idealism alone is nothing without a healthy dose of realism. Execute what you want to do. Don't sit around and dream about it. If you have a dream, execute it. Otherwise, it just stays in la-la land up in dreamland and nothing ever gets done. So I'm telling you, execute it. That was rule number 6. Rule number 7, thou shalt not forget about marketing. Small businesses don't think marketing is as important for them as it would be a Fortune 500 company. That couldn't be further from the truth. Marketing and sales are just as important to every business, regardless of size. And it's very true. Every single day, when I come to my office, I spend from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. focused on marketing, focused on branding, trying to get the word out there, contacting people that I think would benefit our services. Marketing is a lot of my early morning hours when I'm in the office, of reaching out to people. And it never stops. It's a 7-day process with me. And so I always practice rule number 7, that I shall not forget about marketing, because it's vital for every single company. Now, I know that a lot of you small businesses, and I used to have a partner like this, he never thought marketing was any good. Now, part of it is that he never knew that he was really doing marketing, because his personality was so dynamic and his personality was out there that people wanted to be with him. So he was actually doing marketing, but he didn't even know it. But marketing is very, very, very important. Rule number 8, thou shalt be flexible. Building a business is not easy. You're competing with millions of people for attention. Therefore, you need to be flexible with your plans. Every entrepreneur starts out with a plan, but that doesn't mean it's the only plan you should always follow. The plan must be flexible enough for when you encounter setbacks like a social media campaign gone bad, a defective product, lack of inventory, or worse, customers will be quick to give you their feedback. You must listen to that feedback and pivot accordingly. I know that within my business, I have to be flexible. When companies come in here, not every single company is the same. Not every vision is the same. So I have to be flexible and be able to turn their thought process a little differently so that we're able to get what is needed to be done for that specific client. But I have to be flexible because every client is different. Every situation is different. So be flexible. Rule number 9, thou shalt strive for excellence. This is one of those rules we must always keep front and center. When starting a business, you might find it easy to get caught up in building everything from the ground up. You might even overpromise some things in order to sign up your first client. While you must always strive to provide the best possible service, you must be careful not to overpromise and underdeliver. That's the easiest way to fail. Providing excellent service should never be compromised at the expense of your bottom line. Rule number 10, thou shalt think big. Dreaming is part of being an entrepreneur. Imagining how different things will be for you personally and professionally. But you can't build what you haven't imagined. In order to be successful, you must deliver. You can make it happen. You must believe that you can make it happen. It's not about being cocky and boisterous about how great your idea is, but about having a quiet confidence that says, I can do this. So, number 10, think big. I'm always thinking in my business, how can I make it bigger? How can I make it better? How can I make my clients better at what they do? And it's about my thought process of how I need to think bigger, but I need to execute it. And if there's no execution, and I have talked about this so many times, and I've written about this so many times, if you do not execute your dreams, nothing will happen. If you do not execute your dreams, you cannot think big. All it is a dream. So that's it for today. I thought that was a really great article that he had wrote. And so I just wanted to share that with you because I believe in all 10 of them. All 10 of them have to be done in order to make your business strong, for it to grow, and for it to be known for the types of services that you provide and the quality of service that you provide your clients. Okay, this is Mike Lodge, and I hope you have a great day, and we will talk with you soon. And remember, think big.
This podcast is brought to you by the real estate firm that works for you. Castle Lodge Realty Group has highly trained real estate professionals to help you buy or sell a home. Professionals that know the real estate market and will find the right property for you. Call Amy Simone at 818-636-6804. The broker in charge. It's time to go home with Castle Lodge Realty Group. Serving all of Southern California.
Thank you for listening.